one and all to another episode of We Talk Combats, where we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. I am 1/4 of your host. I go by the name of King. I'll go around the room and introduce the rest of my co-hosts. What up, Queen? How are you today, babe? Go ahead, I can hear you. Oh, I think you are you muted?
Can't complain overall.
There you go.
It's a good week of days. Now I'm talking. Can y'all hear me?
You
Oh, okay.
yes,
Yeah,
you it
but
was like the
such
latest.
a
It was
pretty
the latest
decent week
second.
of wrestling if we don't count Monday. Oh, okay. But anywho, yeah. So it was a decent week of wrestling with Black Down on Fridays, which is like our new favorite day of the week. And then we had a AAA on Saturday. And that was pretty interesting. If y'all watched the color commentary over there, I did my best based off of who I remembered and all that stuff. And I got introduced to some new people. But how are you this week?
I'm great, babe. Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful breakfast today too, as well. Travis, what up, bro? How are you today?
I'm doing all right, But I'm digging the new backdrop, digging the new scenes, man. We don't want to give too much away. They might think we got money, but we ain't got none.
Moving on up to the east side. But all right, bro. BA, how are you today, bro?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I ain't had no pancakes and no eggs and bacon this morning or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming that's what y'all had over there. But I
What you trying to say?
take what I can get. I had some cereal. You know what I'm saying? Grown man eating cereal. It's all good though.
Okay.
Coffee.
All right. I didn't have pancakes either. Actually,
Mortgage, boy.
I had homemade waffles. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look, man. Go ahead, rub it in there. Go ahead, boss. Well, I got it.
But if you're new around here, do us a favor, man. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. It's somewhere near my guy BA's left shoulder down there. Also hit that like button while you're at it if you like the content we talk about. We try to talk about all things WWE, combat sports, like UFC, boxing, all that stuff.
The buttermilk
And,
mix.
basically in a way that maybe folks like us would understand. You feel me? If you're looking for a spot to come and give your opinion and you look like us, you reached the right spot. So come on over here, subscribe to the channel if you're new, like the channel, share the channel, any of that type of stuff. Hit the notification bell. We normally start around 3 p.m. on Sundays. We had to start a little later today. Again, I always say we color folks around here, so you never know. So hit the notification bell. It's as useful for you as it is for us. So we appreciate you. Also, before we move on, we have another channel. We Talk Combat Clips, so we have condensed versions of our shows over there. Usually throughout the week, I post clips. We appreciate all the folks that have been actually subscribing to the channel. We've been getting new subscribers over there as well, as is over here. But yeah, if you would like to go over there, subscribe as well. We'd like to match our subscriber count over here to over there. That'd be awesome. But other than that, the way that this channel works, we usually go through our highs and lows of the week WWE product. That includes TNA, AAA, anything like that that's associated with WWE. Give a quick review about that. Give you some wrestling tea if anything important has happened in news and tea. I mean, in life in WWE. And after that, we get to your questions and comments. So if you're interested in sending us a question or comment that you want us to respond to, as long as it's respectful, hit us with the @ WTC for We Talk Combats, so we know you're talking to us and not the Glow Yard member, and we'll definitely get to you at the end of the show. If you're listening to this on repeat, as far as after we've done it live, you can absolutely still hit us up with a question or a comment afterwards. We'll make sure to get to you as long as it's respectful as well. We appreciate folks that watch the show after it's live too. So podcast listeners, same thing as well. Please do that. We appreciate everybody that watches everywhere. We're growing, and we definitely do appreciate that. But I don't want to keep going on. Y'all know why y'all here. Y'all here for the show. Let's get to the. I was pretending like I was frozen, and none of y'all said nothing. Highs and lows.
I was like, I felt like I saw you move.
All right. I'm like, nobody gonna say nothing. I'm like, it's all good. Got me all out of sorts. But let's get to the
I
highs
thought
and
the
lows.
joint was loading up, dog.
Oh, all right. You don't want to say that. He was like, damn, he frozen like a mofo. I'm just going.
Yeah, that's what I
ride
did
out
too. I was
pause.
waiting for the music
But
to start dropping.
Nah, yeah. So this week in WWE product go around, we had a Raw. Main thing that happened Raw, I guess everybody knows. Braun Breaker, guess attacked Adam Pierce. I guess put his hands on him in retaliation a little bit. Not really attack because after that he kind of left. So we'll get into more of that later on in the show. NXT, Keanu Carver made his debut at the end of the show. Went in there, ransacked everybody. Had Ricky Saints at the top of the ramp and all, looking like, wow, this is a monster somebody made a deal with. So we'll get more into that as well. First episode, TNA Impact Thursday on AMC. We did a watch along for that. If you don't already know, follow us for our watch alongs. We do them for damn near every show that WWE drops or WWE is associated with. Again, that includes TNA and AAA. We did a watch along for TNA as well as AAA this week. Except for LEs or PPVs, they may still be called for TNA. We don't do those quite yet, but we'll probably get there eventually with your help. So we appreciate y'all with that. But Impact, we'll get to that as well. SmackDown, I got Trick, man, ran the show. This may officially be his show already, so we'll get more into that. A couple segments he had there. Had a pay-per-view over the weekend as well, which we'll get to, which was TNA Genesis. They had their, I guess, first PLE after their first televised event back on AMC. So we'll see if anybody got the chance to see that. And lastly, we had AAA Lucha Libre having their first official televised live show on Fox for folks overseas, or I guess in Central America or South America as well. So yeah, or Latin America, I should basically say. So we'll talk about that as well for the folks that have seen that. But I guess with all that being said, let's start with you, babe. Queen, what were your highs and lows of this week's WWE product, and what's your overall letter grade?
So, kind of like we predicted and talked about on the sidelines, is that Braun Breaker was not ready for his big moment. And, we're under the belief that maybe right before, in between that match that he had last week, that he was told that he wasn't going to have the belt. So he went all wild and stuff, and now he's suspended. So I think that they're suspending him in terms of trying to like keep him off TV for a little bit to go build him up, kind of like how they allegedly are doing that for the Street Profits, which I really think is necessary. It's not even that he's a bad wrestler or terrible on the mic. He's not good on the mic, but he has room to grow. And I do feel like Triple H trying to put the rocket on his back and shoot him to the stratosphere might have hindered him a little bit. Like, and as we said, that's probably why they held back Trick and Oba, and a few of the folks over at NXT that were really killing it, because they knew that their aura would kind of outshine Braun Bronson Reed. I mean, excuse me, Braun Breaker. Too many Braun Breakers aura. Like, so, he we ain't gonna see him for a second. I truly do believe and that he's just gonna come back, very different probably in terms of what he's gonna do. But I'm still kind of confused, because I guess I thought he was supposed to be a face now, or the Vision was supposed to have turned face, but I don't know. Anyways, moving on though, we had more of the Rhea EOS show. Who cares about that? Charlotte, and Alexa, blah, blah, blah. All that fun stuff that was going on. Really, the good stuff of the week that we saw, or from my personal opinion, was not only did Javon Evans have a good match, but also Carmelo Hayes had a good match with Leon Slater. Was it Leon Slater? Yes. Okay. I had to remember, because I know Leon Slater. I've seen him a few times this week. He's had a great week actually, as far as wrestling, and I know that he didn't go to some TNA events specifically so that he could appear on the Blue brand. So we appreciate that. The major thing, I guess, this week is that Trick was running SmackDown, so he had three, I believe, just independent moments on the show that were focused on him or something involving him. We also saw that he was very well received over, and I believe this was London when they did it. That he had a great reception over there. We also saw the people in London booing Jacob Fatu, because Kit Wilson, I believe, from the UK, and he's getting a big push out of nowhere, because I didn't know who he even was, and now all of a sudden it's just like everybody acts like they already knew who he was. So I don't know what kind of backstory there is for him. I need to do a little homework on him and figure out more about him. But he had a little stare down moment with Trick, and then Trick beat Matt Cardona, but I mean, am I surprised? Nah, definitely had to have him beat him because we don't want to bury Trick's character. But Matt Cardona, boy, first he came back as Zack Ryder for like a one night only. Now he came back as Matt Cardona, and he about to get jobbed out. So hate to see it, but couldn't happen to a better person. Um, so yeah, Trick basically has been making SmackDown his show. But as I was going, I'm gonna go back quickly to that Carmelo match because I really enjoy Carmelo because he's a good high flyer, and he's very acrobatic. So it was actually a chef's kiss. It was a great match. It was a great match to watch. And it was one of those matches where you stayed engaged because you could see kind of that they had good harmony with each other. So it was just very good. It was a very good match. So I didn't want to take anything away from them by focusing on Trick. But overall, Raw was Raw. SmackDown, as I said, was better. We also saw our girl Lash again. Her Lash and her and Nia Jax got like a nice little tag team heel thing going on, and I've actually just been generally enjoying them not only allowing Lash to have screen time, but also allowing her to have some matches in between too. So that's looked really good for her. And we got to see the Golden Couple on their Instagrams, kind of talking a little bit about their first trips to Europe. So that's really cool for them, and I'm glad they're having that experience. I'm going to move on again real quickly to AAA because I didn't see the other products like the TNA product. So unfortunately, I don't have much to say about it or the NXT product. I can say that Keanu was talking that shit about the Samoans, and that's crazy that he got that call up. But I mean, the boy good. So at the end of the day, like it's like Trick, you can't deny it. So AAA, I did do a color commentary on that. So I probably watched a little more of it than I normally would, but I really actually do. I'm really enjoying them. So I kind of, and maybe this is a lot of people's thoughts too. So I don't really feel alone on this. I feel like because luchador wrestling is so like associated with gimmicks that a lot of the people kind of come off as comedic, but in reality, no matter how comedic they look, a lot of them are still extremely talented. Like, so Dr. Iguana is one of, or Mr. Iguana is one of them. Like, he is one of those, like, he seems funny, but he actually still can wrestle. Nino Hamburguesa, like, he another one of them. Like, and I like him and Dr. Iguana actually, especially more than the other ones because they seem like they have more unique characters. So, what I did notice from AAA was that there was a lot of people dressed like Vikings or something like a Viking, or it was something like a video game. Like, so I feel like a lot of the people's outfits weren't kind of like genuine, except for like Nino and Hamburguesa and Dr. Iguana. But the matches were awesome. We also got an appearance from El Grande Americano. And like that was going back and forth. It's kind of funny because I guess he's gone face. I noticed at the beginning of it, Rey Mysterio didn't like give him no shit, and I know that they had beef a while ago. So at the end of the night, he came out after Almost came out and like was being Almost, just standing there and being threatening and menacing. So I guess El Grande and Ray now have some sort of what is it? Treaty, I guess, going on between them, because as I said, I believing that they're turning El Grande Americano face, and as I said, it was wild because I mean, I guess 'cause I'm black and I'm an American, I don't see it, but I know that other people like King, for example, do kind of see the aura and that he is like he's pulling like he's pulling. People are gravitating towards him. But me personally, I'm like, damn, he's so offensive. But they were loving him. They were giving high fives and shit when he came down. Like they like yeah, like one guy had like this like rolled out scroll looking thing picture of him that he rolled out right like while he was walking by. Like he was hype as shit to see El Grande. And I also thought about this as too, is that I feel like we're at the point where those triple A's could probably pull big numbers if they started putting them in bigger arenas and slash stadiums. Because I noticed that they're usually their shows look smaller and that they're only filling smaller amounts. But I feel like they're filling smaller amounts because they're making a smaller ring and making smaller set design. Like it's not elaborate like a Raw event or a SmackDown event. But I do feel like it could get that kind of caliber behind it. It really just got to invest more money into it. But just to kind of wrap it up, though, there was some backstage segments and they were kind of funny because a lot of stuff was in Spanish, so it was a lot of jumping back and forth. But Ray showed love. We got to see La Parca as well last night, which I thought his outfit was like a Halloween thing, but I guess this is all the time thing. But he's kind of cool, so it was kind of cool watching him. We did have a ladies match where one of the chicks was kind of dressed like kind of like a little bit of a mix of Jade and Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, and the other chicks were like the Flamers. Or Flammers. I think it's Flammers because I thought it was Flamers, but then I heard him saying Flammers on the thing. And they were like a trio, and then they ended up fighting, and then there was interference from
Los
like another chick.
Toxica.
Yep, yeah, because the other girl, Shania, I think, is the Mortal Kombat girl's name. Like, so it was actually like good watching them doing their match as well. There was a lot of grapples. There wasn't a lot of like high flying stuff with them, but as I've said, I don't still know a lot about who are like the major hitters in like Luchador and AAA sector. So it's like I didn't really have a lot to kind of contribute in terms of their performance, other than it was a good performance. It looked good. I didn't notice any botches or anything like that. So it was only like an hour and like 15-minute overall, but it was actually pretty good. Like I've actually enjoyed watching the AAA matches, even if they are a little shorter of a product. But I can't remember everybody who won everything, but I know that it was like El Vikingo, I think, is beat El Grande Americano. Like they kept trying to roll each other up back and forth. Oh yeah, and we also saw Santos Escobar. He popped out in like El Fantasma's mask, and I was like, "That's Santos," because I kept seeing him in the little commercial things that are in between, and I was like, "Who is that guy? I've never seen that guy before." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, so he really got like a whole story and a lore." So it was kind of it was kind of fun watching the guys in the comments for the YouTube thing talking about it and being like, "Who is it in the mask?" Like, "Oh, it's Santos!" Like, and it was cool though. Like, I can understand the enthusiasm. I guess it's kind of like watching a NXT program for us. Like, 'cause this is kind of their NXT, but it really is trying to build itself to be more of a SmackDown and Raw. But as I said, Monday was weak as hell. Like I still watched it, but it was definitely like it's getting repetitive over there. So they're gonna need to like shake it up over there. Like they really need to shake it up really desperately over there on Monday. But Friday was all right. So I am gonna give this week's wrestling product a I'm gonna go with a B minus. I did want to give it a solid C, but yeah, Monday was really weak. Like so Monday really pulled the rest of the week down, even though the Latino PLE as well as SmackDown were excellent, and I would have given them both independently an A and probably a minus. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with my B minus.
All right, so we start off the day with a B minus. We might have a good show today.
Wait, I
All
forgot
right.
one thing though. Oh, Jordynne
Oh
Grace
yes.
called out Jade, and you could see how much Jade looked like bigger than her, even though like Jordynne Grace is like a stacked little cookie herself. But that happened too as well. I totally forgot to glaze over that because now they're building a little meta storyline off camera, and I'm enjoying it because I do feel like Jordynne Grace is like adequate like physically to probably go against someone like Jade. So we'll see how that goes. There was a lot of matches that were decided for Saturday night's main event. Like Trick got one number one contender, so he's gonna be going to Saturday night's main event, and Jordynne and Jade will see each other at Saturday night's main event. So there we go. Sorry, I
Maybe.
forgot about those two
Maybe.
things.
It hasn't made official yet, but maybe. All right, Travis. We got a B minus to start the week, bro. Let's go to you. What are your highs and lows from this week WWE product? And what is your overall letter grade, bro?
Okay, first of all, Monday Night Raw. Right now, Raw makes me want to cancel my Netflix subscription because I don't know what's going on with Raw, man. See, like Raw is terrible. The only good thing about Raw that basically happened this week is the drone shots from the cameras. Raquel's still killing it as always. Our boy Javon Nevers, he got a dub this week, but Oba need to come and save Raw like as soon as possible. Like, don't hold Oba till after the Rumble or anything like that. But as a favor, bro, throw that new thing on the screen for me real quick.
Go ahead, Travis.
That's where you can put Monday Night Raw at, man. Raw is now officially all elite because it's trash, man. Like Raw got trash when you got rid of 4x4. Okay, like I don't know what's up. Who's doing the new song? That Eminem? Because if that is, that's trash too, bro. But anyway, NXT. Now this dude, Keanu Carter, bruh, he look like he's the real deal. Like I hope they could find some way to do with his character. Like I don't know, like what is this whole thing into? I hope it don't resemble anything of Obafemi or anything like that. Is interested? I like that's all I can say about it. Like when I say it, Like he's like certified stud. Like
Let me cut you off real quick, Travis, and I'll get back to you. Since you said that, I want to let the people know. This week, starting this week as well, y'all. Shout out to BA as well. We're gonna start showing Evolve as well, which is WWE product. So again, in the Discord, if you're interested, join our Discord. We'll be showing Evolve product. Shout out to Devin as well, and we'll also be doing watch-alongs for Evolve as well. So this way we can, from the ground up, you feel me, from the cradle to the grave, be able to give you tea and recognition about these superstars and all, and let you know about who could be the next, who got next, basically. So like Travis said, we don't know. Well, I don't know. He don't know much about Keanu Carver and how his I guess persona is or stuff outside of that, or what we should know about him, just other than seeing he a monster. But if we showed Evolve, and I know BA has seen him before, so I just want to let the folks know about that. But go ahead, Travis, back to you, bro. Appreciate you.
dude is basically a monster. But we got Jada Parker. She came back. I miss Jada. I'm a little shoulder shrug and everything like that. I'm tired of this Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxi thing now. It's getting played out. I mean, it was cool when Tatum had the belt and everything. Like I knew eventually that they was going to turn on each other. But I hope this comes into a North American Women's Championship match between those two. But what else? So TNA, I did do the watch party this week. With bro. I mean, it's new. But my thing is right now, I don't have no reason to watch Thursday again because it I don't have nobody like to look at and say, you know what, I want to see this person again. They was cool. They did a good match. Like this whole event was basically a blur. Like I barely remember anything. Like I think I might got hit with one of those spin the blocks, but that's basically the only thing I remember. Mike Santana got his dub, got the chip and everything. Genesis, I did see Genesis a little bit. Okay. I think that Zarya right now is hold back Soul. Soul's supposed to have been up on the roster, the main roster and everything. I don't know what they're going to do with Zarya. It just seems like they're using Soul like to kind of make Zarya relevant because I don't know. She couldn't even win this match. She couldn't even win the speed title, the women's speed title. Now, this whole, I can't remember his name, but Nick's brother is Mira Sade. I don't want to see that. Like it's cool and all for for the game and everything, but to actually see it in real life, like I don't want to see this match. Like this is trash. I don't want to see it. I thought Mustafa Ali and Elijah, their match was pretty cool. Now, I did see something on the internet saying that the Inspiration, like the reason they lost their championships to the Elegance, I believe they're leaving or they're going somewhere else. So I think that's why they dropped their titles. And back to this ladder. Now this, I don't know, it's a ladder match or whatever, but man, I don't know what Nick, Dolph, whatever the hell he was wearing. Like when I seen the clip and the highlights and everything from a distance from their hard camera, I thought it was a bona fide female. Until like you got closer to it, like, yo, come on, dog. Then you coming out to it resembles Shawn Michaels from back in the day. No, it don't. Shawn didn't look nothing like that. And then you got the nerve to have like a referee shirt full of rhinestones. Like, come on, bro. Like, no. What is that? No. Now you see why WWE let you
That's
go.
Bianca outfit when she was refereeing. I think that was Bianca's outfit when she refereed. I swear he even had it tied up on the side.
Yeah, but this other thing, I gotta highlight it because this is my thing on this channel. Mike Santana, you officially joined the list, bro. When you decide to climb that ladder, and I don't know what you called yourself doing, I don't know what the whole Eddie Guerrero tribute and all that stuff. When you started shimmying shows, come on, bro. Start the hashtag right now. Stop the frog splash. Please. Like, yo, what is that? Like, you don't have no kind of jump off athleticism, anything. You're just going to straight just, oh, here we go. Here we go. Like, no. So let me give you this list right here.
Wait. What? Say that again. What was he? What'd he say?
Your turn to Mario, yeah.
Like, no. So this like that. You got to give it to Eddie the Guerreros. You got to give it to Chavo 2, Dom, Montez, RVD, D'Lo Brown. That's it. Don't nobody outside those people, past, present, and whoever. And also, I'm gonna show love to the Javon Evans and Leon Slater because they're athletic. So I feel like they could do the move also perfectly with no problems or anything like that. Now, SmackDown, our guy Trick got the dub this week. Drew started off the show. Cody's still packing like 2 to 3 outfits on a SmackDown as usual.
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. But anyway, now I do wish that Solo would have won the match against Damian Priest. Kind of balance it out between faces and heels. But I guess it is what it is. Now, just the AAA. It felt like AAA missed something. It wasn't as good as it usually was. The last one I gave high praise for it. It just seems like it just missed a little essence of something. Maybe it missed Conan's being on the table doing color commentary. But it didn't miss was that. I mean, I thought the match was cool and everything, but it didn't feel the same as usual. Pause. Now, but this week and everything like that, I'm going to give this week's of wrestling C-.
All right, I feel you. So we got a B-, a C-. So I think part of the difference is, and I'll get to this a little more. No, I'll talk about it right now. I think the difference in the rating between you and Queen is that you saw more product than Queen did. I think if the rating included TNA, like, bro, I'm wait till I get to TNA, but
Yeah, I probably would have
I
came down some.
believe, yeah, like based off of regular WWE stuff would have been fine. But if you include that, okay. But yeah, so you said C-, B-, BA. Let's get to you, bro. What's your highs and lows of this week, and what's your let it grade?
All right, so Raw started out with the tag team brawls as we normally do. I'm not necessarily a fan of that. I did like. I'm a fan of Liv. I'm a fan of Liv. So when she does her in between the ropes move, her finishing move, it's always a shorty about to get caught. Got her. So I think she caught Lyra or whoever. So that was always fun to see. But I wish they get to wherever they're trying to get to with this tag team angle, and then let's branch off and start to go back to individual talent, because a lot of these people should be on their own in a sense. So I don't necessarily like everyone. Almost everybody's in the tag team now, so that's starting to get a little redundant. It's already redundant. They're killing it pretty much, in my opinion. But to stay with the ladies, I definitely think Raquel had the funniest moment of the night when she was first and foremost, shout out to Big Sexy, right? She's calling herself Big Sexy. I'm okay, cool. You got that, you know what I'm saying? So you're not ugly. You want to. I think you are the tallest woman talent that we have right now. So all right, you can go ahead and take that name from. I appreciate that you took the name for Kevin Nash, because I never used it for Kevin Nash. So I just wish you used a little bit more of his move set, and then now you can really start to take that next move. But I want to give her props because she can give a interview in Spanish, and then as soon as she's finished talking in Spanish, she's going to give you the exact same thing in English without hesitation. And that's all we're asking for all these foreigners that's coming. Like, it's cool, go come here, get your bread, but understand this is still an American product. Understand that you still gotta speak some English here. And Raquel does a great way of always repping her heritage as well as making sure everyone understands what she's saying. So then Stephanie comes out with the belt, and it's hilarious, bro. Like what are you gonna do? What are you going? Why are people holding you back when you're the injured one, right? So, and then you knew it was coming. They did the close up on Stephanie, and she's saying, the broken English that she has, and then out of nowhere, I was like, Raquel knocked their ass out. It was the funniest segment of the night for me. And that's definitely I chuckled, man. So that had that, and I guess SmackDown had another one. So we'll get to that when we get there. But no, I guess the next thing. Oh, Finn Balor, come on, Finn, dog. Like, I understand you being used for Ireland. Nobody's here from Ireland, but at the same time, like you haven't been winning in over a year, bro. Like WWE, you knew that y'all was going to be in Ireland. You probably had a feeling. You know what? If there's a plan B, so whatever plan A is, plan B, hey man, we can always throw Finn in there. You gotta let Finn win some matches or something like that. Let Finn be credible. Dude was literally in the back playing the game. Like he was so unbothered, and I think he was losing in that game too, by the way. But he was playing 2K, and it was like, yo, you're not even ready for a title match. So then all of a sudden, here we go with this. So I'm not a fan of it. It'll be a good match, Finn Balor can do enough to make CM Punk look good. So it'll be entertaining. But once again, if we say this multiple times, where's the storyline? They literally just fabricated it and said they be all right. No, I'm not. I'm tired. I'm tired of just who's Finn and why does he deserve a championship? But I guess I'll move on. The whole Braun Breaker situation, and we was all on Discord or on the YouTube looking at this, and it was entertaining. Like it was one of those old school storylines. Adam Pearce is he overacts, but that's okay. That's okay right now. The spitting is not okay. He need to go ahead on and make sure that he clear that up, because you can't be spitting on people like that, because that was nasty work. But you know what I'm saying? So the fake brawl, I pushed you away, and then Breaker hemmed him up and all that. That's good TV. Now I know y'all wanted the spear. I know y'all wanted to see the spear. I'm like, we can build up to that. So I didn't necessarily have a problem with that aspect of it. But shout out to Paulie saying, you touched him first, so you can't really suspend my guy, right? Or else you might get suspended. So we'll see how that plays out. But at least we have the vision and a proper storyline. We was waiting for that the whole entire time. Once you say all right, we're here to be the best, we're here to be a champion, cool. Seth got the championship. Seth got injured. They beat up Seth. Now it's like, we still in that uneasy water. We don't know what we want to do. Breaker, you can be a champion. No, you just lost. So what are we doing? Where are we at with the vision? And this is the main, I guess, selling point when it comes to Raw. So it is what it is. So I actually like that segment. That was a cool segment. And it lets me know that I'm anticipating more to come. And then to close that out, to close the Lord, AJ Styles, Gunther. AJ Styles, you are a veteran by far, and I understand the angle that they're going with. But shout out to this particular aspect. Now, when people say you tapped out to Gunther, it's going to be AJ's part of it. They're trying to make you forget that he tapped out to Jey Uso. So now when the fans chant that, it's going to be, oh yeah, AJ did that, not Jey, because that's a bad look for Gunther, right? So the match was so-so. The ending was whack. I didn't necessarily like the way they went with that, but I get what they were trying to do, like I just said. But the whole breaker situation that should have ended the show. You can't get an emotional like we was like up here. Now we might not got the desired outcome from that segment, but we was up here with it. So we went from here to down like we took a dive for this particular last match, and y'all didn't see this coming. Like this is y'all got this scripted, right? This still the unreal. This is scripted. So you mean to tell me that you had Anna Pierce getting hemmed up like that was going to be less hype than the final match? No, just switch the segments, and it would have been just fine. It is what it is. NXT, please. All right, so with NXT, Keanu Carter, shout out to the Maryland bro, definitely from Maryland. He is a monster. He is what they want to say, Oba's replacement or whatever. He's not as I would say Oba's like a finished product, bro. Like he's refined and he can do a lot of different things. As a big guy like that. Keanu can't really do some of the things that Oba can do, but he doesn't have to. Like when you say like a monster, that's what he is. His moveset is extremely limited, and he's going to give you high impact moves, and that's going to be about it. But that's okay because you want monsters to be like that, and he showed it when he's throwing people in the audience and things like that. That's him, and that's what he's going to bring. And I think he's in his mid to late 20s, so he's gonna be in NXT for a little bit, but it's okay. Let him build, let him refine his skills a little bit. So when he comes to the main roster, he can come to just like the big three before him. And but NXT was cool. Like I said, I agree with Travis. I'm not a fan of the Izzy Dames storyline, but Braun Breaker's girl gotta have a storyline, so it is what it is. The Joe Hendry and the other guy, the Dion Lennox and the Tony D'Angelo. All right, cool. Joe Hendry, just do what you can. You're gonna have to fill in a lot of places because there's not a direct place for you right now on the main roster, and these other organizations still need an attraction. So that's what Joe's doing. So Joe's doing double down on work. But you already on the main roster, so you getting paid for it. So I really don't care when it comes to that. It is what it is. But besides that, NXT was cool. I like what they're doing. I like the fact that there's going to be a ladder match. I like the fact that it's for the title and Ricky's already in there, and we're gonna see who wins. But yeah, that was cool. So next, before you go, you can keep it on this screen, Hash. I saw WWE Evolve this past Wednesday. Comes on Wednesdays, and they had a title match for the women's title. You had Kendall Gray. You had a Samoan woman, big woman by the name of PJ Vasa. And then you had our girl, Kelly Armstrong. Kendall Gray won. But when this is developmental, this is like what NXT used to be before it became the third brand, the official third brand. So when I say that all three of these women talents, they all can be on NXT. Like today, PJ Vasa is a menace. Kelly Armstrong is like she looks similar to Jade Cargill, and she's very explosive. She came from a track background, so when you look at her, you be like, yo, her body's a specimen just as much as not to the degree of Jade's, but just underneath Jade's. So she's gonna be a threat when she gets to the official NXT roster. So it was a great performance by all three. And Kendall Gray can wrestle. Shorty can wrestle. I'll give her that. She could definitely pull some moves out. You're like, yo, that was a nice segment she just put on. So that was a great match. Kendall Gray got the win. Also in Evolve, you see the men's talent starting to take notice. You have a group called the Vanity Project. You'll see them on NXT every now and then. The champion, I don't know his name, just so white guy. He cool. I ain't gonna knock him. That group is okay. It's okay. But one of the call-ups from LFG, Keanu Carter was a part of this particular group. His name is Cam Beatrix or something like that. When you look on IG, it's Anthony Luke. You gotta have the same name. You can't have two different names going. I hate when people do that. So you gotta have the same name so we understand we can easily identify you. So he's the main guy, and he just got married to No Wrestling Maxine Dupree. And so he's going to go for the Evolve title, and we're just going to see how that plays out. I like to see him on the mic pause a little bit better, a little bit more, and he needs to be the guy that they're promoting him to be. They're promoting him to be what I said before, the next trick. He needs to be the person that takes the ram of everything. He needs to be that guy. I don't know if he's that guy. That's a tough shoes to fill, but we will see. He'll probably fail. Thursday was trash, man. TNA was trash. It's just I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what process they was going through. You had AJ for like 2 minutes. You could have did so much more with AJ. I know that's the house. It's the house that AJ built. Let him have multiple segments or something. I know he had 2 segments, but he needs to have more. You know, he was talking to the champion, and he wasn't even the champion by the end of the show. Like he should have came back out towards the end of the show and just like looked and saw what was going on with Mike Santana or whatever. And it was like a lot of introductions and things like that. People still don't like Dixie Carter. They definitely think she's the reason why TNA took a head dive when it comes to the ratings and things like that. They're probably not wrong, but it is what it is when it comes to TNA. We're gonna move on to SmackDown for me. SmackDown was it's just one of those shows where besides the fact that we got matches, man. We got like 8 matches. It was 4 or 5. It was like 6 matches on SmackDown. That's a lot.
I believe it was 7, bro. I think it was 7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're getting wrestling and we're getting the storylines in between this. I guess we all knew that Miz was going to take the L, so that's nothing crazy. I wish they would have mixed it up a little bit more when it came to the matches, but we got what we got. And this leads me to the second funniest thing. Matt Cardona, y'all was talking about it, man. Like you should have went against somebody else. You should have lost to Randy. You should have lost to Randy. If anybody should have lost to Randy, you should have lost to Randy. It would have been a respectable L because it's Randy freaking Orton, right? You lose to Trick, and I'm not saying Trick is not a respectable opponent. It is, but the segment that he was in was 100% trash, and they completely buried him within his the second or third week that we seen him. So he loses the Trick. Trick performed very well. He had the fans doing what they needed to do. All you heard was whoop that Trick throughout the match and things like that. So clearly he's over. He's over. He's already over. Wait till he get back in the States as King and all them say. Like, wait till he gets back. It's gonna be like, yo, like you don't. How do you not see what we're saying? Now, end of the match. Trick walks off, and like people say, Kit Wilson. Now, intro. Kit is dominating this whole intro, and people are feeling the toxic vibe. Like everyone's toxic. Like, okay, it's hot. All right, okay, he about to get a belt some kind of way. Don't you dare have him beat goddamn Carmelo. Don't do that. But he's hot. It is what it is. Now, he comes out and he sees Matt Cardona, smacks him up, and then throws him into the steps. And that was it. It goes in the ring and proceeds to have his promo. I'm like, yo, Matt Cardona, what are we doing? You just lost to a rookie. You lost convincingly to a rookie. And then the next guy who it shouldn't be on your level just whooped your ass. And you're on the sideline. It was hilarious, man. And I wish better for Matt. But then again, I really don't care that much for Matt, so it is what it is. Like, that's just, hey, man, you signed up for this, dog. You signed a contract to be a WWE talent, and you know how they be sometimes. So, you brought this on yourself. But you with your wife, though, so you're good. You're good. So then Fatu comes out, whoops Kit's ass, and then, Cody eventually, they eventually start fighting with each other or whatever when that time comes, and that's cool. It's a nice wrinkle to perfect Cody. I don't like when I hear that they dampen the sound when it came to Drew and his ovation. So you dampen the old Drew McIntyre. So the fact that he's getting over where he's the continent he's from, and then you try to you dub down some of the boos that Cody was getting. Don't do that. Just let the fans be authentic. Just let the fans be authentic, and you work with that. Cody worked with it. He started to pander to the fans, and then they started to cheer again for him. That's how you work. That's just, it is what it is. You just don't sit there and let them boo and you just kind of talk through it. I hate when people do that. You gotta work with what they're giving you, and then if you're able to still get your point across and then sway the crowd, that makes you that upgrades your mic ability. So besides that, Damian Priest wins. The MNT still going against the Y6. I really could care less about them. They really pissed me off, this whole thing. And that was I think that's how. Oh, Sami Zayn definitely hit Ilya a little bit too hard with some of his blows. Like, God damn, like did he say something about your mama or something? Did he say something about her Bobby or whatever? Baba, whoever. He hit him. But I think Ilya liked that type of stuff. So, Sami wins, obviously. So SmackDown was cool. It was a cool show. It wasn't bad, man. And you know what? I'm tired of people just poo-pooing on everything that look. If you got Trick winning, you got Carmelo put on a banger performance. Leon Slater showed out on that show. You got hella matches on that show. The storylines was decent enough so you can kind of keep going through the situation. That's a decent show. It's not if you say all those things and people are actually enjoying these things, then it's not trash. So you still can't classify this particular show as trash. That's the one thing I like about the show that we do, because we go through every week and we kind of reset our expectations, and then we get an honest critique of what we just saw. And I'm okay with that. It's not the same. We're not going for the same sound bites every week like other people do. But I'm just saying. With that being said, it goes to the weekend shows. Genesis was cool. I skimmed through it. I saw some YouTube stuff. So I didn't get the flow of it. But all in all, we're mainly talking about the number one thing. And the number one thing is the championship match. That was the shining moment. These two guys just fought. You know what I'm saying? So now you had Nick Namath come in, and like you said, it was inspired by a little bit of Shawn and the short shorts and all that other stuff. But we grown men, man. We grown men watching other grown men fight for fate. I'm not trying to see this little dude. I hit the fast forward button on the YouTube,
bro. His nuts was almost hanging out, bro.
It was about to be a Triple H moment. It's all right. So it is what it is. Mike Santana got a I think early career defining moment for himself. It was good that he had that moment yet again. I am not a fan of his move. Obviously, you can throw that move, you can throw the H-bomb, you can throw them into a little box and throw that box in the ocean and just let it drown. Just let it sink to the bottom of the floor, because they shouldn't be there. You should be better than these 1950s moves that we got going on. So I want to move on to AAA. I thought AAA was cool. Is AAA, when you watch AAA, it's just one of those things where, like, you got to take care of everything that you know about wrestling. Just throw it aside and just watch the show. Just watch the show. And they normally do a good job. It's just a lot of antics and cosplaying and stuff like that. It's just a lot of stuff, a lot of theatrics and things. And then next thing you know, you say, now, oh, this is a great wrestling match on top of it. So most of these matches was great. I like Ray, performing for his people. You saw Penta's promo was spectacular. I ain't never seen Penta like that amped up for that long. It's just I couldn't understand the word he was saying, but I feel like other people understood what he was saying. They was vibing with it, so that's all that matters. But no, this is their warehouse. This is their brand. So I think they should perform more, if not, more cameos and things like that, because that's the people, that's their fandom. So you can get him and the rest of the 3LW and put them all together and let them be with AAA for a little bit longer. Not saying they don't be on the main roster. I think people like that, the Y6, their whole group, including Bo, Bo knows, Bo believe that he can go here and actually probably be a main star here. So some things just not for everybody. The main roster ain't for these guys. It's for AAA before they get kicked off to AEW. So that's where they need to go. But no, shout out to Omar showing out, being a monster amongst men, and changing the tide in that fight. Clearly, him and El Viking, Vikino is I guess the faction to be afraid of in this particular organization, and that's cool. It's not hard to see these things. Like, all right, I got it. I can follow along with this storyline. So, all in all, I'm gonna give this whole week through its ups and downs. Raw is dragging. Raw and TNA was the worst spots of the show. Was the worst spots of the week. Besides that, it was actually a pretty good week. But I gotta include them because I did see it. I'm just gonna have to give this. I'm gonna give it a C-. I'm actually being nice. TNA almost took this thing to an F. I'm not gonna lie to you. TNA should have took this thing to an F, but Raw's trying different things. Raw's trying different angles. I will give respect there. And then SmackDown pulled it up and everything like that. NXT is being better. And like I said, I actually saw and enjoyed it evolve this past week. So, yes, I'm cool with a C-.
Right. So 2 C- and a B- from Queen. All right, my turn. I'm trying to take long on this. Pause. Raw. I wanted to call Raw trash before, but after seeing TNA Impact, I don't think I can call Raw trash anymore. Raw was like BA said, trying new things. I do think Braun Breaker should have speared Adam Pearce, because I don't think Braun Breaker gonna be on TV for a while, and I think Adam Pearce about to be off of TV eventually soon. That's about to be a little storyline. So I think they kind of missed their moment as far as doing that. Like, it was like the ultimate. Let's go, Braun. You got it. This is your moment. Like you always say, B. I know you know me and you always talk about with all sports and all that stuff. Moments. That's a moment right there. That would have been his. Let's go. Go ahead.
If what you're saying is correct, and they both about to take a vacation off or whatever, plan vacation, storyline vacation, if that's the case, then I 100% agree with you. Because I know I said, like, you gotta let it build. I'm talking about like next week, let's keep talking about it. But no, if you're telling me that they're about to have a hiatus, and I know why you're saying, especially for Adam Pearce, then yes, I agree. He should have speared his ass right then and there. So yes, to go with that, you can go ahead.
Okay. No problem. Other than that, like you said, Raquel Rodriguez, the best thing on Raw right now. Give her that belt, bro. Like, it's hers. She got the heat and all that stuff. It's hers. She has the height. She has the believability. Give Raquel Rodriguez that championship. Had them little ladies chasing her, basically, like trying to get it all. But the other talent being in the tag team division, if that's what you want to do, give Raquel Rodriguez that championship. Give it credence. What else? Raw. Javon Evans put on the show. Javon doing his thing, man. Like, Javon is incredible. I'm gonna get to the end top of this black thing and all, because it's a little black white thing and all I need to touch on, but I'm gonna try not to right now yet. But it's not an elephant that's in the room. I guess it is an elephant because you can see it's there, but people don't want to talk about it. But I'm gonna talk about it. But Javon Evans did his thing. They need Oba badly. Like, Oba, the missing piece. They trying to change things around and all. It's still, like you say, dragging and all. But Oba, once we get Oba in there, it's going to change the whole vibe of that show. And we're going to have him in segments and all that stuff. And everything going to change. So they're setting up. It feels like they're trying to set up around Oba, hopefully. Well, let's drop Oba in here and here we go. So that's Raw for me. NXT starting to set the tone for the next generation, which I needed them to do. Shout out to Shawn Michaels and them folks over there. They were losing their big dogs and all. The big three was gone. So you needed to find a way to get other people involved. And like I said, the Keanu Carver thing at the end was a big introduction. That's what they needed on their brand with the other guys as well, getting this ladder match done. And then I was intrigued by NXT. So I was getting ready, like I said, the big three to be like, who's going to hold it down and do stuff. But then this episode last week actually got me intrigued again to say, okay, let's keep watching NXT because we got some guys that may actually be something on there. As simple as that. Like you said, the whole Tatum Paxley and all that. I don't care about them ladies. I'm actually becoming a fan of JC Jane, though. I think she might actually be a good heel on the main brand. I think she's that heel, that bad guy heel. That's like
with help.
With help. No, not solo. The lady, she's conniving. She's a bad guy. She's literally a heel with one that I do sneaky stuff and all that stuff, and I come out here and brag about it and all that stuff. I think that's becoming JCJ, and I think she's going to be a breath of fresh air once she's on the brand and all that stuff. Because she plays that role. Her personality, even on the mic and all that stuff, of being like the conniving little arrogant lady and all that. Just that I like that. I think that actually is going to fit. So, like I say, NXT is cool. Impact was trash. Me and Travis covered it. We were sitting there watching this, bro. I was like, you asked me, you said, how do you feel about TNA? I said, this shit is trash, because I really believe it was trash. They don't have names. They were missing Leon Slater. Same thing with NXT. I think I said the way to get NXT and TNA over, make them two like officially a brand together right now, at least have them as the two shows. So Tuesday should be the second show for TNA, and Thursday should be the second show for NXT. They should basically be NXT/TNA for both of the events. And I think that would get them going and whatever like that. Pay-per-views and all that stuff, they could be combined. Be what WCW and WWE could have been before, just do it on a lower brand and go at AEW. That's what you want to do. So that's my thing with them. I thought that was completely, like you said, AJ Styles didn't do. I thought he was going to wrestle. I really thought he was going to wrestle. I don't know where I heard that from or thought so, but I for some reason I thought he was going to wrestle here, and he didn't do that. So they had Paris Hilton, what did you say, Dixie Carter there for no reason. Like it just didn't. It haven't had no star power. Their show right now is Mike Santana, and that's no knock to Mike Santana, but Mike Santana already was. You say what?
Perez Hilton.
I was going to say Leon.
Perez, yeah. Well, yeah, Leon is probably their biggest star right now. That's what I'm saying. He about to be a WWE. Mike Santana, like, he's the guy that's got their belt, though. And I'm like, it's funny because this is going to lead more to my black situation later on. Because I remember when Trick was there and they were doing record numbers and all that stuff. And, you know, people kept trying to yell, well, it's not just because of Trick. The Hardy Boys and all are there. Excuse me. Did the Hardy Boys wrestle during this show? Were the Hardy Boys on this show? Was this show still trash and had empty seats all over? Oh, okay. So I guess I can delete that statement then, because that ain't the truth.
I see what you did there when you said delete. Understood.
Oh, okay. Delete. You can get rid of that statement because it really wasn't the truth, though, bro. That's crazy. Talking about it wasn't Trick. But again, goes back to the haters, when you can point out haters and people that are doing stuff for a reason, when it's like, okay, it's because of Jeff and Matt Hardy. Get the hell out of here. No, it wasn't because of no Jeff and Matt Hardy. Ask TNA now if they missed Trick. If they would have wished Trick would have been on the show. Oh, okay. Let's move forward then. Talking about Trick. You can segue over to Trick right here on SmackDown. This is his show, bro. That's it. It's officially his. Every week, want to see Trick. Give him segments all over the place. It's The Rock all over again. It's a SmackDown. Shout out to Ryan Ward. Shout out to making it back to like when it was the SmackDown 6. That's what it's starting to feel like with this show alone. Made it feel like the old SmackDown 6 where you got 6 guys at the top that can go for the championship and all that. I got those vibes from this show based off those championship matches that they had as far as number one contender match. The Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes doing their thing, and Drew McIntyre being there. This was incredible. SmackDown is an awesome show I want to see every week now. SmackDown right now is the best wrestling show on TV. I'll go that far. Right now it's the best wrestling show. That includes any other thing, AEW. Anything else you want to call SmackDown's the best wrestling show on television right now. And yes, it's because they added flavor to it as well. We had 7 matches, like old school wrestling matches. When you got 3 hours of wrestling, why do you have so little matches? We have 3 matches and all. They had 7 matches with It felt old school to me. That's how I felt. It had that vibe. They're changing it. They're figuring something out with SmackDown right now. Shout out, like I say, Ryan Ward. Shout out to Road Dogg. Shout out to Triple H. I guess he's gonna get credit as well. But really, the injection of Trick Williams, bro, changed this entire show. And I go back to, this guy is a heel. He's a heel in the UK for the first time. This was his first time overseas. That he didn't know how his reaction or reception would be over there. To see that, and sky's the limit, bro. They got their guy. Keep building around it. Wait till we get to the later on. Let me move on. So let me move on. That was incredible. Shout out to Trick with that. Shout out to Ilya and Sammy. Shout out to Randy and Miz. Even in the matches, don't always got to be 5-star matches. That ain't what wrestling is about. Always having 5-star matches in pro wrestling. You can have good promos, good skits, good Matt Cardona and Kit Williams after a match. You add to a match. Stop being lazy and have your writers actually write stuff, which makes this show entertaining. They're doing that right now, and the show is entertaining. I appreciate SmackDown to the fullest. I am ready. I'm excited for Friday already again. I don't even care about tomorrow or Monday Night Raw. I'm ready for SmackDown again. That's how I feel like, man, I can't wait to Friday again so I can see SmackDown. What's going to happen with this guy with Trick and Damian Priest now and all? Is he going to finally make him lose and all? Same with Sammy? I don't know. Let's see what happens. But moving on, I did not see any of Genesis. I tried to watch some highlights earlier. I watched the highlights of Nick Nemeth and Santana and Frankie, and saw that happen. And I was like, I'm done. I don't need to watch any more of this nonsense. I tried to watch the pre-show of BDE and all of that and all. It just they need stars badly, or this is going to fail. They got to get. So I know they say AMC was pleased with the first show and all because AMC still AMC, but yeah, they gotta get it together. AAA. Really listened to more of or a lot of Queen's commentary for this. She was handling the business, holding it down. She did a great job. So here's my thing with AAA. Catch-22. I think AAA is getting worse for me, but better for. I think AAA is getting worse for me, but better for the folks it's intended for. Let me explain. They're getting storylines and all now, which is awesome. You want storylines for wrestling. You get promos and all. People are coming out and building stuff against each other. That's awesome. The horrible part about it is that, like you said, BA, I do not understand it. So, like, when guys are going out there and they're doing this stuff, I cannot understand what Penta's saying to that dude. I'm like, I want to be revved up too. Like, what did you say, Penta? I know you said something serious. Yeah, you were going like the first time, like you were going in, and you came back. You even walked back and said, hold up. I'm like, hold up, Penta? What are you saying? I'm like, I have no clue. And then it was like Rey Mysterio tried to explain what he was saying. It was like, I was like, what? He was like, yeah, he said something about he's going. I'm like, oh, it was like, it didn't feel right. So, like I said, with the commentary being in Spanish and all for the Latin community, I think this will be awesome. That's building story. That's what you're supposed to do, to build a show. They're making an episodic show. That's awesome. But for me, it was like, damn, it was only 3 matches now. You know, usually with AAA, we get a bunch of matches. It was only 3 matches, and there was a lot of fill in between with promos and all, which is cool for them. So, like I said, it's a bit of a catch-22, but I'm not going to give it a bad grade because I understand what they're trying to do, and it's awesome for what they're trying to do. It just kind of lost me a little bit more because it had more talking, and I didn't understand it. Maybe I need to go brush up on my Spanish. I need to sit down with Queen for a second, and she actually teach me because I be having no clue what they're saying. But yeah, man, that's it. I don't want to take much overall for the week. I'm gonna give the week with you guys. I'm gonna give it a C- as well. Like I said, I want to get to SmackDown, TNA. Man, this would have been an incredible week for WWE if TNA wasn't included this week. If this would not have been TNA's debut week, WWE would have had an incredible grade this week. I'd at least give them a B something. Raw would have been the weak point and all of that. But with all that being said, like I said, I'm with you guys. I'm going to give it a C-. And with all that being said, Travis, what were our highs and lows brought to the folks by?
Sir, by the people at Fanatics.
You know it.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem when your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
Let's get to that tea. All right, y'all. We got a couple matches for Saturday night's main event, which is, I guess, technically a PLE again. I told y'all after the last one, I think Saturday night main event going to become a good show now. But we have 2 matches so far. I want to get you guys' opinion on who you think going to win these matches so far. And also, they'll probably have 4 to 5 matches, probably 4 on WWE. But what do you think will be the other 2 matches if you have any idea? So first and foremost, the first match, Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu. If you didn't know, after their beef on, was that Friday they had? It started 2 Fridays ago, but it continued last Friday. So that beef. And then we also have the fatal 4-way for the number 1 contender for the Royal Rumble. Randy Orton, Damian Priest, Sami Zayn, and our guy Trick Williams already in the main event at a PLE, y'all. So shout out to Trick. I didn't want to remove that, but yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this so far? Who you think will win the 2 matches, and what else you think will be on the card?
Well, I'll say first and foremost, the imagery is dope. That's the I ain't trying to look at male faces, but to have them on that's
old school.
Nice art right there.
It's old school, bro. It feels old school posters.
But
Yeah.
you know, I can't. I have no idea. They're gonna put some women on there, right? So, like I said, if you're telling me that I can get some type of completion when it comes to this tag team thing, like I said, I'm thinking it's gonna be like a six team ladder match type vibe. Something along those lines. Just get all of them in the match, and whoever the winner is, and let's kind of start separating that. So, if anything, the women's tag team is going to be a part of this situation some kind of way. I don't think Jade's going to be a part of this. Yeah, I don't think Jade and Jordynne going to be a part of this yet. And they could. That could be the
You think
fourth
Rumble?
I'm thinking so. I'm thinking so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something good enough. I still don't. I think something should happen. I think I don't know, Beef Bad or somebody like that should just come out Meechin and just mess the match up. So that way Jordan don't get a bona fide L, and they don't do nothing stupid. They get a belt to Jordan either. So that's that. I digress. This match right here, I know what you want. But it'd be funny to say, but the more we go, it's like a day by day thing. This is gonna be a game time decision for me.
Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And you know why? It's like
it don't make
everything
sense.
you're telling me like it shouldn't be strict, but it'll be if you want to shake some things up, I see that. I see it. Him coming out and hitting Sami Zayn at the end. That was like, all right, and they wasn't really booing him like that. Like, yeah, what was that?
Whoop that trick.
So I can see that. I can see Randy. I could, it's Randy, right? The three most dangerous letters, like that can happen at any time. A person who I do not see is Damien, so let's just get that away. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do a Damien and Drew a feud. Like, I don't want to see it, but Damien does have that. Like, I beat you in the last one. He can say that. And Sammy's just Sammy, especially in Montreal, in his hometown. This wouldn't let him win in his hometown. Triple H is a different breed. So Triple H might end up doing it. But I guess I'm going to go with that for default. He finds a way to win Sammy, that is, by default. And if we have this conversation again on the Discord, on the YouTube servers, if y'all like, yo, hey, man, BA, you said something different. You right. It's a different day. Shut up. Let's go. The Cody and 5-2 thing, right? That's a good match, man. I like the fact that Cody can be in a match, just a regular match without the title or nothing like that. Let's start seeing the Nightmare version of Cody come out a little bit. That's what I want to see. He's been living the American dream the whole entire time. There's been no nightmare to his name, but yet he's the American Nightmare. So let's see that, man. In order for you to be 5-2, you got to channel that dark side. And I'm not talking about the Raheem side. I need the Nightmare side to come out. And hopefully, we have a great match from that. But I think Drew gonna mess this up some kind of way. I don't know why. He doesn't have to show up in this match, but I just think I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over right now. I won't be surprised if it's some kind of way it's a triple threat match with these two and Drew. Like, we still don't know who
allegedly that's one of the possible matches for WrestleMania.
Right. I'm glad it's up in the air. I'm glad it's still a possibility. Because we don't know who attacked. We don't know who attacked 5-2. We have no idea. No. He doesn't know because he would have said it by now. So we have no idea what 5-2 head is at. So it's good that we don't know. I'll leave it at that. But for now, I'm gonna go with 5-2. I'm gonna go with 5-2. Cody doesn't need this one. 5-2 though.
Okay. Travis, I was gonna get the Queen, but she went away for a second. Travis.
Yeah. Man, that for me, that fatal 4-way is a toss up too, also. But I seen the situation. I don't think that Trick is going to be the one to take the L. But like BA was saying, like, I can see a scenario that all these guys are winning except for Damian Priest. Like, Trick the Duke, Randy being Randy, of course, Trick being the new guy. Sammy's at home in Canada, and also, how the Royal Rumble's getting ready to go and it's Saudi and all that stuff, and his Arabic background, so I can see those coming into a factor. But Damian Priest, like, I don't see a scenario with Damian Priest not one bit. But I don't know. But I'm picking Cody over Jacob Fatu. I'm like, not no particular reason except for just as Cody, and you know how they feel about Cody. You know, the guys in the back. Now with Jade or Jordynne, I mean, I would like to see it, you know, for this event, but if it happens at the Rumble, I wouldn't be mad at it either. So, but any other matches, though, I don't. It's not enough story right now for me to predict another match, really.
Okay. All right. So, but you said you have who do you pick on the first match? You pick Sammy. You said. I mean, on the main event. You said you going with Sammy.
I can't pick nobody, but I'm saying that it's a toss up. But I'm saying that Trick is
who you
not
leaning
gonna be
towards?
the one that.
Yeah, you said Trick not gonna get the pinfall. Who you leaning towards right now? If you had to pick one and choose one, yeah, you get on the fence. Exactly. Shout out to we're plugging a different show and all. We'll talk about later on, but get off the fence, Travis. Who you gonna pick? Pick somebody.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna pick Sammy. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go underdog.
Okay.
All right, Queen baby back. Who you what do you have? What do you have to say about this event? Who do you have for each of these matches? What else you think will be involved?
Mute.
I'm gonna go with
with
Cody for that one. What are the other matches that we know of?
This one that we know of. Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah. So for all of that, I'm thinking it's more so gonna be between Randy and Trick. But I want Trick to win, but I think Randy's gonna win.
Okay.
For that
you have
one.
any other matches you think will be on the card?
So, I mean, I feel like I'm very confident that Jade and Jordynne Grace are going to be there in some capacity. And I also believe, weirdly enough, that I believe that they possibly going to put Javon and possibly another high flyer on the card too as well. Because I think they want to showcase Javon some more. So I think they're going to find somebody to put him against.
They might put Mello on there.
Yeah, or
challenge.
Mello too as well. Yeah, you're right though. Yeah, I forgot they're still doing the open challenge as well. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think that's how I feel. But yeah, I really don't want Jacob Fatu to win. Like I'd take Cody over him, and that's crazy. But you know, it is what it is. I'm tired. I don't even need Jacob back. I was tired of his storyline already. He can go back to being gone.
Jeez. So I'm gonna. You know, this is So I want to go. I wanted to go Sami Zayn. If you'd have asked me this question 2 weeks ago, I'd have said Sami Zayn, right? I'd have said this is Sami Zayn. They going Sami Zayn. This makes sense. Montreal, Saudi, get it done. But I don't think he's gonna win, right? So I don't think it matters. So this is the heart versus the brain like issue. You know what we say about what we normally say about the black. It doesn't make sense, right? It's like no way. This is a no way moment. This is your head is telling you there will never be a black president. You feel me? Like that's what it's saying right now. There will never be a black president, and I'm sitting saying that to myself. But at the same time, what I've seen the past couple of weeks, I've never seen before. So it's like, are they going to do this? I think you built. So Trick does not take the L. He can't take it. You're going to build his rivalry from this, right? I'm afraid they want him to take the L this Friday because he attacked Sammy. So I've been like against Damian Priest. I'm like, they might make him take the L. I wouldn't do it yet though. Like, don't give him the L yet. That's why waste that. Come on, you got something. I think by after SmackDown next week, him going at Damian and all, I think Trick gonna win it. I'm gonna go ahead with it. I'm gonna say it. I think Trick Williams is gonna win this event. I think he's gonna win this match. And right now, like if I had to have a bet, like you said, Damian Priest has 0% right now. I have nothing on him. He has 0. Trick has about 25% right now, I believe. Like in my heart of hearts, I'm like, damn, he got like a 25% chance to win this match, which is crazy because that's his original chance. Like he don't have I have not decreased any odds from him. And like I said, I think Sammy has an increased chance because of his place in Randy Orton, because it's Randy and the whole Drew thing. But for Trick to already have a 25% chance in my book, like, man, I think Trick could do this. It's crazy. So I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say he's going to win it, man. I don't know. I think they're going to do something crazy. I think they're about to it's a new era. They're about to try something different. And I hope they do.
So he's serving the Drew?
If he goes against Drew, he's going to beat Drew. Drew going to be a transitional champion. If he goes against Drew, he's going to beat Drew, bro. I'm going to tell you all the way. If he goes and wins this match, there's no reason to serve the Drew.
In a month?
Yes. So hold up. Here's the thing. This is the same thing everybody yelled that they should do for Oba. It's the same exact thing. Now that it's Trick, everybody keep questioning. No, I'm not saying you, but everybody keeps saying, well, now hold up in a month? And I'm like, yeah, in a month. He the guy. Push him. Nah, it shouldn't be him.
I think Oba comes and he could do that on Raw. Because CM Punk had it for a little bit. Just a little bit longer.
But Drew was a curveball. Drew wasn't really meant to be champion. This could be really a lot of people thinking he transitioned for Sami Zayn, right?
And I think he still be Sami.
I think he should be Sami, yeah, but I'm saying a lot of people are saying the whole setup was to give him the championship so that Sami Zayn can then be in his places, Royal Rumble, and then you feel me to be him against Saturday main event, leads right into Royal Rumble, which is Sami Zayn's moment to get a title. I don't think that's going to happen. Like, maybe it might happen. That's what's awesome about wrestling right now, because I don't know. You feel me? Like that's when I love watching wrestling. When I'm like, man, it could be any of these dudes. When I'm like, oh man, it's going to be Cody Rhodes. You feel me? Like
that was
the unpredictability. That's awesome. That's like, all right, we might do this. And any of those, bro, as long as Damian doesn't win, I'm fine.
Yeah, no doubt.
All of them got storylines as long as Damian don't win.
Damian gonna put around win.
Bro, if Damian win, bro, oh man, yo, it's over. All of that changes everything. Hold up. If Damian win, they gonna say King. They gonna say King. Exactly, Travis. Is all elite. Yep, I'm gonna be all elite. Do my posing on. I'm gonna be all elite. If he win that match, bro, I'm all elite, bro. King is all elite. All right. But for this match, for this one, I'm going Jacob 5-2. I think Jacob going to win. Yeah. So, no. I really think they're going to do a 50-50 booking where they're like fighting outside and like they can't stop them from fighting each other and ding, 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 because it's a regular pinfall match to lead to something else. So that's my prediction that I really think will happen. They're going to fight outside. They're going to be able to stop it, and it's no contest. But if anybody does, well, it's going to be Jacob 5-2. It will not be Cody. Jacob just came back. He has to get the pinfall. Cody's going through a moment right now. He just lost the title, and L doesn't affect him as much. He can keep going and losing. It changes his character. It's kind of part of his change, that Royal Rumble and all that stuff. But if he's going to win the Rumble, it looks bad if he's going to lose to Jacob. I think Jacob. It's either Jacob or no contest. That's what I'm going with. Maybe they may do Jade and Jordynne, because I'm thinking at Royal Rumble, it's going to be Raquel and Stephanie. They're going to let Stephanie chill until that one. So they may do Jordynne and Jade at this one. And I don't have no clue about the fourth match yet. I'm not going to lie to you. So we'll see.
I think Javon gets I agree with Queen. I think Javon gets in some kind of way.
Javon gets showcased somehow. You got to put him in something, right? So he can have you only got Monday. You only got Monday.
So I think this week we're going to find out something. I do, actually.
And he was shaking hands. Hold up. He was trying to get involved with the division, though, wasn't he? Wasn't he shaking hands with LWO? And them saying I'm with y'all and all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How's he with LWO? Though?
I don't know. Something weird.
So you can learn Spanish, or you can go get El Grande.
So he can make them look shorter because he's 6'5". But yeah, I mean, maybe you get Javon there. That'd be cool. I wouldn't be mad at Javon. But show getting black. Show's awesome because it's getting blacker. It's not just because it's blacker because you got black guys. There's some trash black talent. Like, I'm tired of watching the New Day. right now, and they legends. But I'm tired of watching them. But we just knew that there were black talent that were down there that were available that were better than the white talent they had there. So it's like, why are you having them down? They've increased them. They brought them on there. The show's looking better now. They're putting them in major segments. You got guys with charisma and all that can hold the show down, actually hold the microphone and be the face of a company and all that now. So if you got a white guy that comes up and does that, he could be the face of a company as well and do that type of stuff. Nobody's saying they can't be. Just right now they aren't. So it is what it is. But other T I have real quick. Let me hold on real quick, y'all. Let me delete this other stuff because I got too many slides. Move, move, move. Stream, y'all. Y'all gotta get better with that. With
Yeah,
that
you got
damn
them
10,
babies yelling.
10
I'm saying
pictures.
them babies yelling.
Oh
Big,
no,
what you
not
do?
you. That's BA.
No,
That's
I know. I'm talking
Queen
about
going
B.
into
Yeah, I hear
BA.
the
Oh,
babies. I'm
So
like,
here
you
we go.
better go check on
So
them
first and
babies.
foremost, sorry, Queen. First and foremost, Triple H shout out to WWE News here, wrestling news. But WWE Triple H allegedly WWE tryouts will focus on black male talent to address criticism. This allegedly also includes bodybuilders as well, which is a major thing about WWE and their product and the way people are presented. They're wrestlers, but anything anybody wants. Well, actually, let me add to this before I continue. Next on the list, we didn't talk about it last week, but I'll talk about it this week as well. Shout out to our guy, Mr. I think his name used to be Will. Was it Will? Was it Will Hobbs? I think it was Will Hobbs before, and he changed it to Powerhouse Hobbs after got the AEW. But shout out to our guy Powerhouse Hobbs, man. His contract expired with AEW, and WWE is very interested. Allegedly, it might have already went down and signing Powerhouse Hobbs, but he may be showing up here pretty soon on one of the shows. And last but not least, I wanted to include this. Where are they? Right here. Street Profits. Shout out to WWE News again. Street Profits have been removed from TV for creative resets. So we're getting black people, but the Street Profits were removed, but allegedly they're going to be brought back on. And I also wanted to give credit to, what was this? High Spot Podcast for this thumbnail right there. But go ahead, y'all. Open roundtable again. What do you guys think about any of this? Triple H and want to be black and all, and getting smacked on UPN and all of that. What y'all thinking?
hopefully with
I
this
mean, I'll
new
break
Street
this.
Profits,
Okay, go
they
ahead.
hopefully they get the titles back. That's all I gotta say. Just like they're trying to do with LA Knight in this card, I guess make
Mm-hmm.
them get the tag team titles back and keep the tag team titles on them for a second.
Go ahead, Queen. I
Shoot,
heard
let
you.
them go against the Usos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. As I said, like I was saying this in my rating for the week and everything. At the end of the day, like I kind of understand that they do need to do like a little bit of a redevelopment for them because their whole thing is kind of stale. And now that there's other new black talent coming in there, it does shine a light on their weaknesses, just like you said with the New Day. Like other talent being there that's better or more cohesive draws, attention to all their deficits. So I do feel like they should do that. But Triple H deciding to try and focus more on bodybuilders that hit the old era of like how Vince was running things and black talent that he can use is at the end of the day I can't be mad at it. Like I mean, doing what we asking him to do. Like, do I feel like he should just throw any black person up on there and tell me that they're a star? No, definitely not. You need to be focusing more on who you can develop as opposed to who you can't develop, and also using the technology you have available of social media and all that stuff, seeing people that are coming up, putting an eye on them, scouting, like they do in other sports. That would be probably a good way of doing things. But yeah, at the end of the day, I ain't mad. Like, I mean, it's like, should I be mad? Like, no. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I wish that it didn't take pushback from shows like ours and other shows for them to feel like they need to address it and feel like their hand is forced to address it. But yeah, I don't got no complaints. Like at the end of the day, like yeah, you should be focusing on black male talent and to address criticism. Absolutely. Like if we told you there wasn't enough black female talent, then yeah, you should do stuff to address it. And I do feel like there's a decent amount of black female talent right now. A lot of them are injured or in Naomi's case out on maternity leave. But I do feel like there is a lot more representation. So I can't have any complaints there, but I do feel like there is a little bit more limitation in terms of having a lot of black male lead talent on a lot of these shows. Now, obviously, there are people, but I'm saying before that, they definitely would hold people back a lot longer before letting them be showcased more on his product. So I feel like he is taking more risks than he previously has. But again, yeah, I ain't mad at it. I'm glad. I appreciate you. Still
Jada,
triple K to me.
don't play that shit. All right, but what you feel, Beer?
Yeah. So when this situation, like it's interesting. It's like I think black people as a whole. I don't want to speak for anybody else, but it's like it's that age old like saying like we don't necessarily want special privileges. Like yeah, if you want to throw it towards the boss, then yeah, man, we're gonna take it. But we just want the same opportunities as everybody else. That's it. That's all. That's all. We want a equal playing field where so when we showcase our talents and when other people showcase their talents, it's like, this guy is just like he has
Who's better? He's better. You
That's
feel
it.
me? You
That's
just want
it.
he's better. She's better.
And you can't tell me that for long stretches of time we weren't better or we didn't have more opportunities to be better because we weren't.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the problem. And you see it now. You see it now. If you go back to when the big three, as we call them, shout out to Big Four if you include Mello, when they was in the performance center and stuff like that, like you see what happened. Like you see how they kind of rose to the top and they carried NXT to the point where when NXT, like you said earlier on the before the show came, when NXT was going through their issues with going against AEW when they were losing. Well, it was a transition that happened, and that transition led to them started to win the AEW war, if you want to call it that, just the name or something. Well, that's because Over started to dominate. That's because Trick started to dominate. That's because Javon was highly entertaining. And that matters. It matters when Trick can go to different organizations and be that guy. It matters. That's showing star appeal. And a lot of where is it now? It's gone. Like you said, it's gone. It's not there. It's not there right now. TNA doesn't have that because they had it with Trick. And he wasn't even part of that brand. So, you don't want to what's it, cut off your nose to spite your face or whatever that saying is. You don't want to do that. You don't want to just say like, you know what, this talent that look like us, like we're gonna hold you, you're gonna hold that down. We're gonna sub y'all and let the white people go. Like, nah, because you might be setting yourself up because they're not ready. Braun Breaker, they're not ready. They're not ready for certain stuff. Well, we could have been, and we are, and you see it. So it goes along with that. And I guess I'll shoehorn in the bodybuilders thing. Like, this is wrestling, and wrestling is trying to put on a persona. It's just they signed the ESPN. They do segments on ESPN. They're not doing that for a reason. They want you to believe that this is as close to sports as you know it as can be. It is closer to football as you know it in a degree. Who is the WWE heavyweight champion on Raw? Who's Raw? Who's champion? CM Punk. Does he look like an athlete whatsoever? Absolutely not. To the point where you might want to put your shirt on. Who's the champion before him? Seth is okay, but then you got Jay.
You see Seth on them NFL shows? How small he looks.
When I say okay, I mean like low level okay. Cool. Then it was Jay, and then it was Gunther. And like all these, like they don't look like athletes, bro. None of them, to be 100%. So if you're selling me on this crossover type of thing that y'all doing, nah, y'all, these people are looking closer to people I see on Stranger Things than I see on ESPN. I'm just gonna call it a buck. So that's what you want. So when you say that you need more, you're putting emphasis on bodybuilders. Well, that means you weren't. So why weren't you? Were you afraid of body shaming? Did you not want to go through that culture or whatever like that? just tell them don't fat shame people. That's all. That's all you had to do. That's all you had to tell them, and then they wouldn't. So if they don't do it, you don't have to worry about it, and you can still be like, you know what? In order for me to be a wrestler, I can slip through the cracks and still be like a Daniel Bryan and all of that. There's still avenues for them, but do I probably need to be in shape? Yes. Do I? In bodybuilders, we're not talking about like, you know, like the best bodybuilders of all time because they're not flexible enough to do wrestling. We're just talking about like those low level bodybuilder dudes that just pretty much you just look like you're in shape.
You look like you look like you in the gym every day.
Every day, that's what you do. If you are a wrestler, what are you doing other than training? Probably doing some acting classes, as you probably should. Some public speaking classes, as you should. You should never let that go away. And working out. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? So no, don't bring back the steroid culture. We don't want that. We're too far away from that. So no one's saying bring that back. But at the end of the day, there's a middle ground somewhere, and you have to meet that. And shame on Triple H for being one of the main ones that was not always, but for the majority of his career, especially when he got to his peak, and it was all about the game with the leather and the jean jacket. Dude was ripped, bro. like that's what are we doing? So I don't know. That I digress. I don't want to get too far. I'm gonna let you go, King. But
no, you fine,
man. We got to do better. We got to do better. We're not asking for special treatment as Black people. We're not. Just don't shit on us, bro. Don't poo-poo on us, man.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that Booker T a bigger entity than Steve Austin. I'm not stupid. You feel what I'm saying? Steve Austin is that dude. If you got a Steve Austin, then bring a Steve Austin on and we'll rock with that. You feel me? You got a Steve Austin. But if you don't, and we got a Trick and all that stuff, then let Trick be Trick. You feel what I'm saying? Like in the meantime, that's all we asking for. Nothing special, nothing particular. Just like, yo, why are these great talents being pushed down to the bottom when we see these other talents that are a certain color that don't do stuff? You're like, why the hell are they even there if you got these guys? But that's all we want. Bodybuilding thing, it's a catch-22 with Triple H. Shout out to Triple H in the first for doing this. First case, I know he wants his praise and also shout out to you for that. But at the same time, we know it's about Unreal, your ego and all, where you want to be included and be seen as the guy that did something different and all that. Well, it already would have been done when you didn't see color. How are you doing tryouts focus on black males when you don't see color? Doesn't make sense, Triple H, but allegedly you don't see it. So that is what that is with him. Like you said, he was the guy that was the guy that came out extravagant entrances, known for spitting and all that stuff. Time to play the game. Like I said before the show, reason a lot of black people know Motorhead is because of Triple H. So you knew that with entrances and all, and his whole physique and his look. I remember him coming back after the injury when he went against Chris Jericho and all that, in the leather and jean jacket and all that whole run. He was like just stupid as far as his physique and all that. And I was like, geez. So it's crazy how it would be this way, but I mean, stuff changing. So I can't be mad. It's like, it's kind of slapping the face because we understand, damn, it should have been done and all that stuff. But at the same time, it got to be done. So it's like, thank you for doing it. Go ahead, B. I know you want to say something.
No, you good, bro. You good, bro.
Okay. But other than that, Street Profits, hopefully with this whole change of what's going on, they rebuilding their characters to bring them back and do something different. They could have split them up. I don't know. I don't think they know what they want to be Street Profits, but like I said, we're bringing this other talent of Powerhouse Hobbs, them now being on a 3-hour show now with 7 matches and that type of stuff. Maybe they get more play and all that now. I seen Trick and Lash, getting becoming cool with like Bianca and Montez. So that might be cool for like a Montez and all that stuff to get back into the good grace and all, because you know it's who you know, not what you know, as far as most of these companies. But yeah, bro, that's all I gotta say. Like Triple H, we know the game you playing. You the ultimate gameplay. What they call you, the cerebral assassin, all of that stuff that JR called you. You are what you are, bro. So you doing it for the business though. Like I appreciate you for doing it, but I mean, let's see where you move, bro. Let's see what the type of moves you making all. So. But shout out to Powerhouse Hobbs. I don't see him being a main eventer when he comes on the brand. I think he's a little too old and all that. I see him as definitely a mid-carder, though, and a guy that can step up to a main eventer and all that. But I don't think he'll win a championship. And everybody don't have to win a championship. Everybody, I don't want every black person to be the champion every 5, 5 seconds or something like that. That's not what I'm saying. Like, but you can find a place for him with his physique and all. He can help somebody out. He can be a body for somebody or something like that. You feel me? Like, you can make ways for him, so he'll be fine. Get the Street Profits in order and all. And like I said, I think WWE's going in a different place. But I guess we'll see if they push Trick to the moon. BA, what we gonna say? We can't say anything, right? If they make that move, it's like, well, guess we're in a different place now. You feel me? Like, it's like, we'll see though. That's what I'm saying. It's still not there yet. We'll see. But anybody else got something they want to say about that real quick before I go to questions and comments? Well, screw y'all too.
Sponsored by True Classic.
Always wanted to try True Classic, but hate shopping online? Keep watching. You've probably seen our ads online. Look, I get it, you're skeptical. I mean, is everything we sell really as soft and well-fitting as we say it is? If you need to try us before you buy us, True Classic now has stores nationwide. Visit one of these stores and you can fit, feel, and outfit a bunch of our customer favorites. So don't wait for shipping or worry about how much to spend. Visit one of our retail stores today and see the True Classic difference for yourself.
All right, shout out to True Classics. First in the house, we got our guy Rel. Appreciate you, Rel. Thank you for the backdrop and all, bro. Appreciate you. I see you in here, Queen, and all saying Santana's AEW bound. You crazy. Shout out to Cuz in the house, Charles. He says it wasn't really much for me that stood out this week. I feel you, Cuz. He said only good thing is seeing Trick again, seeing him get the victory over Matt Cardona, and I enjoy his promos. Yeah, the what do you say, bootlickers? What do you say? What the heck? I can't remember exactly what he said in the bet. It's like, dang. He also said Dolph Ziggler was giving very much Shawn Michaels 99 on SmackDown. Special referee rock. It was a little bit too far, man. I don't know. So here's my thing with Shawn. Shawn had on male biker shorts. They just were they were before this time, before people were wearing the short ones and all that stuff. Like, people wear short biker shorts and all now. I get all that. Like, the shirt and all that tucked in. Dolph Ziggler, like, he had on like lady shorts with like a lady small shirt on that was tied up with his hair like seriously like blown out with the braid and all that. I'm like, with the rhinestones. He was like, I was like, that wasn't Shawn Michaels, bro. Like, that was
the blue. Remember Blue Meanie? He was wearing the shorts, but his shorts didn't even look like that.
Yeah, I didn't. When I saw Shawn Michaels referee, I never looked at that match and thought Shawn Michaels was a girl. Or lady.
I could tell that.
Never.
You're right.
When I saw Dolph Ziggler in that match, I told you when I first looked at him, I saw the highlight. I was like, who the hell is that referee? What lady is that? That's Dolph Ziggler. What the hell? That's Nick Nemeth. But I feel you, cuz he said I agree. SmackDown has definitely been better than Raw. Facts. He also says Jacob 5-2 needs to win, but Cody gets it done.
Oh man.
Yeesh. He says Mello and Javon will be fired. Yeah, that actually is. Javon on Raw though, but that, I mean, just out of nowhere to have it be a Saturday main event match, why not? Right? I'd watch it. I'd love to watch it. That'd be fire. What up, Trental Data? Says SmackDown is basically Tricking A's 2.0. Yeah. That's what it's becoming. They say SmackDown is way clear. Raw at the moment. Just bring Oba, and I probably will never watch Raw. If they brought Oba to SmackDown, you right, man. If they brought Oba to SmackDown, I don't think I'd watch Raw. You may be right. I think I'd be like, oh, I watch highlights and all of Raw, and be like, oh, I don't think I'd sit and really care for Raw like that. Damn, that's crazy. That's why he needed on Raw. If he don't go to Raw, that's a wrap. Well, that's it, y'all. Anybody? Anything else to say, y'all? That was a good show. Thank y'all. Thank everybody that joined us, man. Thank you to the rest of my co-hosts.
We reached 200 subs. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Yes, we did get. Let's hold up.
Yeah, we reached 200 subs. Shout out to you guys.
Let's do this. I gotta definitely do this.
That deserve a clap.
Hold up.
Yeah,
this is a clap for you
I wish I
guys.
had
Thank
that.
you so much. We
Yes,
appreciate
we
you.
got the.
That means that over 200 of
subs.
y'all have access to our Discord to do the watch-alongs with us.
Yes.
Like, come on, y'all got access. You're subscribed already. So all you gotta do is join the Discord and you can watch stuff with us. Nothing else you gotta do. You're already subbed. But if you're interested in
Yes.
being a sub and watch our Discord, that's what you gotta do. Sub, and then you can join our Discord. Watch all the PLEs and the weekly shows with us. That's all I gotta add. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the 200 subscribers, y'all. We got there. We're moving on forward. Next is 250, 500. We want to get as far as we can, as quick as we can, y'all. We appreciate y'all for the love and support. Yep, we appreciate Travis for his skits as well, too, and the love for his skits. But thank everybody as well for another week of We Talk Combats. Like I say, man, we do appreciate y'all. We've been trying to bust out content damn near every day now for you guys in some way. We appreciate, like I say, the support. We appreciate you guys on all the platforms, not even just here on YouTube. We have followers now on Spotify now that we appreciate. We got listens on there. We have followers, like I say, on Facebook, on Instagram to watch our show. Shout out to Cuz. I know you're usually on Instagram as well, showing us love over there, but all over the place, y'all. So no problem. Thank you, Cuz. Like, we just keep we're gonna keep grinding, man. We're gonna keep grinding, keep giving y'all different content, incredible content, changing things up the way you guys like it, pause. But thank you. Like, another day, man. If you're new to the channel, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button somewhere near BA's left shoulder down there. Also hit the notification bell while you're at it so you're always notified of when we drop new videos. Hit the like button as well before you leave the door. Please hit that like button, y'all. The like button is like especially helpful. I don't think you know. I know a lot of folks like to subscribe and all, which is awesome. We want subscribers. Anything against subscribers. But liking the video actually tells the algorithm that you like this type of content, and folks that watch the same type of stuff you do will be recommended our video because you guys like the video. So please, please, please just take a second of your time if you can. Like the damn, dislike it if you hate the video. If you hate our video, dislike it. So it shows the algorithm something and somebody else can see it. But we appreciate y'all so much for all of that. Also, before we get out of here, we talked about it earlier. Get off the damn fence, y'all. Watch them Wednesdays with the 695 crew. My guy BA, Larry, and Calvin. They talk about everything, but mainly sports. Shout out to my guys and watch them every Wednesday evening. They do what they do. BA showing off as well because he also is a part of the Cuz We Geek with my guy Rel, Big J, and Will. They do their thing over there every Tuesday evening and Saturday morning to talk about geek culture and movies and television. Show them love over there. They're trying to get their subscribers up. They should be reaching their 200 real soon as well. But also, while you're at it, check out Cap and Crown. Basketball season is hot and at it right now. Myself and Rel, Cap and Crown, we talk about old school and new school NBA. We're mainly talking about new school right now. If you're into things like ESPN, covering the sport, giving you and you're tired of ESPN now, giving you BSing on, you want a better coverage of the game by people that actually watch the game and know about the game a little bit, that actually give you insight and letting you know about, not only the old characters that are, about to be gone, but about the new characters as well. Check us out on Cap and Crown, man. We're trying to become major as far as NBA coverage, and we would appreciate your subscribe, and all that stuff over there as well. But other than that, anybody else got anything they want to say before I end the show? Another great show. We appreciate you.
I see what you did right there tonight. I see what you did.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm trying to get better at what I do as well too. But that was them bars. For myself, Queen, Travis, BA, and sometimes Devin. This is We Talk Combat, so we talk all things combat sports and entertainment. We are for sure the best, brightest, and blackest combat review show there is on YouTube and anywhere else. We will see y'all next week. Same combat time, same combat channel. We appreciate y'all, and we out. Peace.